Disclaimer: I will not be dignifying the Josie leak whatsoever while sharing my thoughts on today's video. While this is mainly a Josie video, first and foremost, I'll briefly share my thoughts on both Katarina and Lucky Chloe as well. Character roster spoilers ahead, and thank you for watching today's video. What are two things that Josie Rizal has unanimously excelled at throughout Tekken 7's lifespan? Number 1. Being masterfully utilized in official Bandai Namco projects to maximize the value of Josie's inclusion for 4 straight seasons of Tekken 7, while also appealing to standard social media customs over most of the newer editions. Number 2. Attracting the Filipino fandom throughout Tekken 7's events to show how much they are valued by including Josie Rizal to the game since Tekken 7 Vanilla. To paint the picture of how invested the Filipino fans are to Josie's inclusion, a common criticism for most of my viewers from the Philippines, the second highest group of viewers from my YouTube channel, is that Josie lacked speaking Tagalog and having a more traditional showing to her fighting style. What you have to find fascinating is that some of Josie's moveset from Tekken 7 and the kickboxer archetype are presented within Azu's trailer. Josie being DLC means that they could easily leverage off of the demand from the core demographic, and if we're being honest, Josie fans generally would follow like moths to the flame anyways because they mainly care about the design of the character first to even consider their investment. Having Josie be DLC means that supply and demand from the Filipino fandom worked in this context. She hasn't spoken Tagalog for 9 years in Tekken 7 and doesn't have any formal showing of Yayan or Eskrima, despite the constant demand for those two conditions to be met for the character. Supplying Tekken 8 with DLC content and reimagining Josie to meet these conditions will have the fandom feel valued, satisfied, and would net the Tekken team a wide amount of profit for the future. Also consider the new generation of players for Tekken 8 that would invest and try out the character for the first time if her trailer looked mechanically and visually appealing.
But NapBlack, why would Josie be DLC? She should have been in the base roster like Shaheen if she was really that popular. Shaheen made it over Josie.
In my second character prediction tier list, I had placed Shaheen in the DLC section, as it could primarily focus on revamping the gameplay and design of the character and worry less on the story component. Tekken 7's DLC story content was all on the wiki. Seeing him in the base roster means that they would have to do more with making use of his lackluster Tekken 7 content and adding more ambitious ideas to his story and special intro content. DLC characters would need to have an aggressive focus on their storylines as Tekken 7 has shown, focusing on brand integration, the first impression experience for players and spectators, and the design, gameplay, the special character interactions would net a huge reward for using Josie as DLC, as she's already been shown to be more valuable in official Tekken projects than most of the entire new gen cast. So much so that the Tekken team clearly thought of her character when making Coffee Lady's moveset. On the topic of storylines, Coffee Lady's bio, characteristics, and trailer has shown to have taken direct focus from Chloe, Josie, and Katarina's respective movesets and storylines. If I had to think of potential DLC ideas for Josie, Chloe, and Katarina, based on what we know about these characters, I could see Josie have special intros with Kuma and the new character. I could see Chloe have one with this character, Kazuya, and maybe Jack 8. Katarina would also be with Kazuya potentially. It should also be said that this DLC practice isn't new whatsoever, as I can easily refer to Street Fighter 6 as DLC list. Rashid and Ed were new characters that debuted in Street Fighter 5, one being positively welcomed with time, and one being in the middle ground from my memory. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Tekken also adopted this practice with its older characters, and some of them experienced major overhauls and glow-ups from prior Tekken titles. While the new generation of characters from Tekken 7's cast is big enough with both Lydia and Falconram being likely to return as DLC candidates, I would think that Josie and Chloe's chances to return are fairly high and realistic as well. Looking at Falconram's ambitious moveset to reintroduce the Muay Thai archetype in Tekken 7 means that they can go back to the drawing board to present a more formal showing to Filipino combat for Josie's character in Tekken 8. That, in addition to what Tekken 7 has established with Josie's versatile project usage, paints the picture clearly of the character being utilized as future content to capitalize on one of the many strengths of her character. Share down below why you think Josie would return or be scrapped as DLC from Tekken 7's era of characters. Namco's budget for Tekken 8 will be dramatically high if we consider Tekken 7's current success, and Tekken 8's focus on character distinctions. Only time will tell with how much they'll invest in character DLC. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.